Hey guys, so today I'm going to, tell you about the time that me and Lauren went to a rave and exactly why I'm never going back. So, we went, I don't really know what day it was, I don't remember the date. It started at 9. We left and then, sped there because we left late. And it was fine. But then we got to where it was. And this is possibly the worst location you could have it in. It was in the middle of downtown Mobile. Which is just it's kind of dumb to have it right there because there's no big parking lots you can park in. Unless you want to walk a mile to get to the building. It's in the middle of restaurants that were open for business that night. So, when everybody's waiting outside in line, people couldn't get in to the restaurant because everybody was blocking it. And then, we, got in, and apparently there were 2 separate lines, but no one was going to come tell us until we all started going inside. One line was for, the bag that you could buy, which is what I got. It was the $45 ticket, and you got 3 bottles of paint, you got glasses, a shirt, and a bag. And so that was one line, and then the line we were in was the regular tickets that were $15, and if you wanted something you could buy it inside. So the building was it was like a bar. It was literally a bar. It wasn't anything else. It was a bar. But they have concerts there all the time, but it's not big enough for the people that they have. When they have artists come, they have big name artists come there, and it's really not that big. So when we went to show them our tickets, the bouncer guy was y'all have to go to the other line. And I was like, well, nobody made that announcement, so I'm here, just let me in. I'll walk over there and get my bag. So the guy in the ticket booth that was kind of in charge of it, and then the guy in the ticket booth yelled at the bouncer, made him go get 2 bags, and then they let us in. Well, we got in, we got our bags, and let me tell you, there were a lot of people, and everybody was on drugs. I mean, I wasn't on drugs, my friend wasn't on drugs, but I say 95% of that room, they were on drugs. And I expected that going into it, but I don't know why people on drugs think it's okay to just come up and talk to me. Don't talk to me. If I can smell the drug scent on your mouth, don't talk to me, because I don't want any of that. So we had these 3 bottles of watercolor paint that, we could spray on each other. It would come on our clothes. I've already washed my shirt and there's not one stain. So we walked up, we were matching. Me and my friend matched completely. We both had on Nike shorts, Bob Ross t-shirt, matching fanny packs, and matching Crocs. So we go in. I put a workout shirt on over our shirts that we were in because they were crop tops, and I'm not fixing to walk down the street in a crop top. So we wore crop tops. I had to take my workout shirt off and put it in my bag with all the stuff that they gave us. So we went to the bathroom, we came back out, and we started having, a fun time. And then this old man that's at least 45, no younger than 45,
I'm fully aware of my hands.
Gone. He's completely gone. Before we even got in, he was outside preaching about something, I can't remember what it was, but it was so funny. And then we get inside, and this old guy puts on these, they were gloves with light up fingertips, and he was like going around like this dancing, taking up a whole lot of room for his one itty bitty teeny tiny spaghetti noodle looking self. And so every time we would move away from him, he would dance his way over to one side, and then we'd go back to the other side. He'd dance his way over there, and we would go like through the crowd, so he didn't know where we were. I was ready to go at 9:30 because of this old man. This old man came up to me, and I have never been more uncomfortable in my life, and I have been in uncomfortable situations. I've never been more uncomfortable in my life. He walks up to me, and he has beads in his hair, like a 4-year-old. He has like, but it's not like nice beads, it's like the beads you buy from the dollar store. He has them at the ends of his hair. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, do you go to school around here? I go to school at the college that's in Mobile." He goes, "Am I making you uncomfortable?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I mean, some people just want this, and I guess you didn't." And I started boiling. You do not say that to somebody. You're so stupid. So once he said that, I went over to my friend and I told her about it, and she was like, "That was creepy." Like, she was standing like a few feet away from me, because I'm not a mean person. If you're gonna come up and talk to me, then I mean, I'm gonna have a conversation with you, but I'm not gonna be that, like, I'm not gonna like hang out with you the rest of the night. I'll be like, "Hey, bye." And he kept getting really close to me, and he had taken his shirt off, and he was real sweaty and smelled really bad, like he hadn't showered in a few days. And he bumped into me, and my arm, the pain on my arm disappeared because of the sweat off of this man. This 45-year-old man at a party with a bunch of freshmen in college. I don't think there was anybody. No, that is a lie. There's more people I have to tell you about. So then we're like having fun. We're at the front, and I have to go to the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom. We take some pictures in there because there was like this cool guy painted, like this man. I don't even know who he was, but it was this man painted on the wall playing a trumpet. So we came back out, and we went back to our spots in the front because we had someone saving them for us. And these other dudes that were just also really smelly and weird, and
Moral of the story is, everybody in this place
kept like spraying us with
like
paint. And I get that's the purpose of the party. But most people spray the paint and they go on. No, these guys followed us around. Like, we went out into the front bar area. They followed us out there. We went to the bathroom. They came and stood outside of the bathroom. And then we went back to the front where some of the people I knew were there. And one of my friends was there. And we told them, like, we were like, "I'm so uncomfortable. I can't do this." I was ready to go. I went and sat up in, like, there was like these bleachers, and I went and sat like on the step beside them. And then this place was just a hot mess because this guy that was my age burned her with the cigarette, like in the shoulder. And so then her friend went and got the security guard because this girl went and chased after him, like trying to apologize for talking to some other dude. No, honey, don't do that. Do not do that. If someone comes up and burns you with a cigarette, why would you go after them? Go get the police. You have been assaulted. So he burns her with a cigarette, and I'm not over-exaggerating. She goes and hugs him, like, "What?" And the security guard comes up to the guy, and I was sitting down, and they were literally right in front of me. And so the security guard comes up to him, and he's like, "You're up here, you need to be down here, you need to calm down, or I'm not even going to give you the chance to walk out." So the guy, like, told the security, calm down, I didn't do anything wrong." And he goes, "I just watched you burn the girl with a cigarette." Like, you idiot. So then the security guard, he went back, and the girl went back to the front and just kind of went on. She had like an open burn on her arm. but she didn't care. The show was just starting. It was like 11 o'clock. No, it was 11:30. That's when the show started. Then, the guy comes up, burns her again. In the same spot. So now the security guard's done with it. He comes up to this guy, grabs him by the wrist, and drags him out like this. And I was like, are you dumb? So at 12 o'clock, I told my friend, I was like, we are leaving. I'm done. I'm done with this place. I'm sick of it. I'm ready to go. This was a waste of $45. So at 12 o'clock we left. I had sat down the rest of the time. She went back to the front and got covered in paint, from head to toe. So then we're leaving. And the old guy comes back. Did he not get the hint the first time I didn't want to talk to him? Well, the old guy came back. And he asked me again, like he forgot who I was. And he might have, because he was on all sorts of drugs. But he asked me if I went to school around here. And I said, I told you the first time I'm not from here. And at this point I was irritated. Lauren stayed off a little bit and getting all up on me, and I was very uncomfortable. And then he asked me if I wanted to hang out with him after this, and I said something that I can't say on here. I said no. And he tries to hold my hand. And I was just so shocked. I couldn't move. I was like, what? And so then Lauren sees this guy going to give me a hug, and she yanks me out of there. And we're running down the street. I didn't have time to put my t-shirt back on. So we're walking down the street in front of all these fancy restaurants where people are dressed up in suits and cocktail dresses, and we're in Nike shorts, Crocs, and a crop top with the fanny pack. It was very embarrassing. I was very worried the whole time that we were walking. And then we parked half a mile away because there was one parking spot, and we walk up and there's people standing next to my car. And not people that I could just ask to move. They didn't look like they were very nice. They were these big buff guys, and they didn't look nice. I cut my horn on, and we hid as we were walking, and they left. And we jumped in my car. I didn't even care about the paint on my seats. One of my seats has a paint stain on it. Thanks, Lauren. I didn't even care. I was just like, let's go. The guy that was in charge of the host looked like a wannabe pit bull. He had on these ugly Walmart chains that were this big around with a dollar sign on it. That is not cute. They weren't shiny, and the diamonds were fake, and he had this fake grill that looks like he ordered it off Amazon, and it's a one-fits-all teeth type of thing. It really looked like tinfoil. It wasn't cute. And he was bald. And he wore sunglasses the whole time. The music wasn't good. There were people there that should not have been able to buy tickets. Like the old man that kept asking me if I went to school around there when I told him twice I was not from there. And then telling me some people just want this, and I guess you don't. No, I don't want that. No. Ain't happening. And to this day, I'm like, how does this happen? How did I, of all people, and her, of all people, end up at this thing that wasn't a rave? It wasn't a concert. It was this hunky-dory party that I don't ever want to go to again. I'll go to a real a real, like, rave. Not a rave. I don't rave. Like, Bonnaroo or Hangout or, like, Coachella. I'll go to one of those. But if you put me in a building with creepy people that I can't get away from, I'm never coming back. The bartender was so nice. He was the only person that was nice in that place. So this old woman, why are there old people in this thing? This old woman that had on some like tutu and these fuzzy boots and a bra. I was like, woman.
Let me just close this up. When I describe her outfit, the first thing that comes to my mind is those, if you've ever seen, I think it's like Britain's Got Talent or something like that. Like, have you ever seen The Funniest Moments? There's like these 3 women that come out and they're like belly dance and they got these spiky fingernails on. That is what popped into my head when I saw this woman. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it because it's terrifying and gross.
Now don't you think it's time for you to get some real clothes? Because it wasn't cute. She came up to me, took her bottle of paint, and went right in my freshly poured ice water. Because it was 100 degrees in this building, and I was hot, and I needed some water. Now my water's filled with non-toxic paint that has this weird flavor. So the bartender saw it. I had to throw my drink away completely. This old guy, this guy wasn't old, but he was married, and his wife was with him. He also tried to spray me with paint. I wasn't having it. So I went back up with my debit card, and I was like, can I get a water? And so he made it, and then he goes, you don't have to pay for it. I saw it happen, and that was so rude. And I was like, thank you so much. I'm so thirsty. It's so hot in here, and I was like, thank you. And so then I went and sat down and sipped on my water until it was time to leave. I'm so annoyed at the fact that somehow I ended up in Mobile, Alabama until 12 o'clock at this party. There wasn't even like, it wasn't full. There was like the stage and then these 2 pillars. It was like a box. Basically, I'm never going again. And I don't recommend anybody else goes. No. I had fun for maybe 30 minutes and then I was done. There were people that sat on the bleachers the whole time. And I don't blame them. Because that is ridiculous. I don't understand people at all. At all. Whatsoever. I'm never going to that again. Ever. Ever. It's ridiculous. Why do people pay money for that? Why did I pay money for that? That is $45 that I could have in my bank account to get Taco Bell. But no. I wanted to go to a rave. I'm mad at myself now. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I am going to try and post tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to work out. But in the meantime, you can keep up with me on Snapchat, Twitter, or Instagram. It's all the same. I just realized that today. I will try and see you tomorrow. And I hope you have a good day.